deep, deep gratitude. So grateful to be here, to be alive, to have the opportunity to be in these bodies that are so profound. The heart beats roughly 100,000 times a day, roughly 35 million times a year. These bodies are the place, the temple, somewhere we can go to truly connect with whatever this mind-blowing, incredibly awe-inspiring energy, this bioelectromagnetic pulse of life that has origins from something that is so well organized. It is so conscious of its own consciousness that it is able to circulate all of this creative energy throughout all of eternity and all of its existence. And we are the recipients of that. We are absolutely a total intrinsic part of a greater circulatory system, of a level of consciousness that is so powerful. It is so far beyond comprehension with the normal human self that most of us perceive the world with. But just because it's beyond normal comprehension, it means that we can literally begin to start turning on what I call self-induced sensitivity points, meaning all these little areas of the body that when we focus on them, we feel the pulse of our heart there. And our own human awareness is also focused on them. I then call it selflessly endorsed growth points, meaning there is a greater living consciousness that recognizes we are taking steps to activate that which we have been born into this world with. And when we take steps to turn on these sensitive points that are everywhere throughout our body, they're even in our energy field all around our body. And the more we turn them on inside of our body, the more this great consciousness endorses our efforts by allowing those points to grow. And when they do, we become led. It guides us in a way so that we can continue to further activate all of these different points in our field. And the feeling of it is better than anything I've ever felt times infinity. Really no way to explain it. But there is a way to experience it, and that's what we're doing. So really focus on your breathing. You can keep your eyes open or closed, whatever's most comfortable. Most people keep their eyes closed, which is totally perfect because it gives you the ability to really focus inwardly on the world within. And as we're relaxing, we're going to take our attention, focus it right in the middle of our head. And you don't need to have any precision point. It's just your intention, your instinct, and your focusing in whatever the middle of the head means for you. There's no way to mess this up. And whatever you do to become aware of that is perfect as it is. We usually always start in the middle of the head because living in our bodies in this life, a lot of energy is focused right in mostly our prefrontal cortex, the front of our head. It's all through our body, it's all around, but we have a tendency to get stuck in who we think we are and what our beliefs and perceptions are. We tend to create stories, and we listen to other stories around, and we begin to incorporate them into our sense of self. And there's nothing wrong with that. However, a new story is coming through. And the more we focus on the potential of what that new story could be telling us or communicating to us, through us, the better we get at becoming the character in our own lives that we know we have the potential to be. Living with courage, with trust, with faith, with a whole being knowing that everything in our lives is perfectly placed exactly where it needs to be to offer us the opportunity to really become conscious, to become conscious at a level that is unity consciousness manifested as our own unique personal human being expression, whatever that means for you. Really relax deeper. Gently scan your body from head to toe. Forget about everything in the world around you for now. There is only your awareness becoming aware of itself. And with that focus in the middle of your head, if you can feel your pulse, you can feel your heartbeat gently pulsing in your head, allow yourself to do that. If you can't, it's totally okay. Just keep your attention there. Now allow yourself to take your pulse that's in the middle of your head or your attention and allow it to gently start to go down, like drop straight down, gently and slowly through your throat, through your neck, into the aortic valves of your physical heart. do your best to be calm enough so that you can feel your heart actually beating. And then sense what it would be like if your heart and your brain were communicating together. What would they be saying? What would they tell each other? There's so much research now, double-blind, non-placebo, nocebo studies that show the heart and the brain, when in coherence with somebody who is conscious of that, is literally a super organ. Just getting into a state of simple heart-brain coherence for 5 minutes a day is so powerful. It's so healing. Imagine if we were working towards getting to a point where this state of coherence becomes such a primary focus that we eventually get so good at it that it automatically stays on. It's so possible. It's actually way more normal than being out of coherence and in a state of chaos, generating hormones and chemicals of stress because of real or imagined stressors or threats in the world around us. So many people are stuck in that. And our efforts at getting into and sustaining these states of coherence will create harmony in the world around you. It's like sympathetic resonance of an instrument. You hit one string on a guitar and all the other ones start to vibrate. Just as when you get into a state of coherence between the heart and brain, and then eventually all the other organs and systems and fluids of the body, when you are in that state, you are in harmony with the building blocks of eternity. There is no dark agenda. There is no manipulation or fear or anything that can touch you when you are in that state, because you are intentionally choosing to become harmonized with the greater expression of all reality. And it bestows you with a sense of humble confidence, a way to know that you are balanced, you're grounded, your senses are beginning to open in ways that lead you to the remembrance of other senses that you can turn on. So as the heart is pumping, it's also spiraling oxygenated and non-oxygenated blood through our body. in a way that structures it. And just like the Milky Way galaxy in its spiral form, so too do the rhythms of our body and organs as they function in harmony with each other. And as all of this circulated blood and structured fluids that are being spread out through every organ, every gland, our arms, our legs, it distributes all of this highly structured, infinitely intelligent information in the form of non-physical frequency and physical matter of the body, cellular, subatomic particles, atoms that create frequencies that match and align with the greater frequencies and building blocks of our living galaxy and universe, and way beyond, stemming to the source of all consciousness that's interconnected through the living organic web of life. Sometimes we get stuck in our perception of time, but as many know, there are quite a few different calendars, and most of them don't line up together. To me, that suggests that the whole notion of time itself has been so socially indoctrinated into human consciousness for who knows how long, to the degree that everybody is living with limits that they both stress out about and even have fear towards. But what if, in the scope of all things, there is no time? There's only, as they say, the eternal now. What would we be like if we didn't focus on birthdays and the belief that as we age, we get older and our body breaks down? What would we be like if we weren't rushing to meet deadlines or jobs or tasks or anything in the daily world? If we can live in a timeless way, just that alone brings so much relaxation to the body, and it increases circulation. The spiraling structure of all the fluids that the heart is beating into and around every single part of our body becomes enhanced. Just by us focusing on the energy field of our entire body with the intention of amplifying the circulation of all of this incredibly powerful, beautiful, life-nourishing blood, water, fluids, it allows them to become more evenly distributed to where it's going to help you most. from a greater perspective, and you really begin to have harmonized circulation with your heart and your entire body and all the systems of it in alignment with all the living frequencies of the divinity, the divine aspect of human consciousness that is neither tethered to this body, nor is it anything that can deceive us or trick us. We're going through difficulties or challenges. We have the ability to face these types of situations with trust, like a student who's eager to learn from a teacher that they know and trust, and to learn the lesson of whatever the situation at hand may be in a way that deeply trust whatever it is that's happening. The more relaxed we become, and the more conscious of how relaxed we become, sympathetic and parasympathetic and autonomic nervous system begin to do what they were meant to do at a level that is increased because you are calm. You're breathing gently and deeply. You're grateful to be here, to be alive. And you feel that smile rippling all throughout your being. The nervous systems of our body are so profoundly, inherently intelligent to a degree that whether we are conscious or not, it is regulating every single aspect and component and part and system and flow of energy, information, water, and all the corresponding fluids, their different minerals and consistencies. All of it gets in tune with you, the one who is consciously observing your own existence. You either see or sense or feel or hear or have a deep intuitive instinctual perception of this energy that is being circulated all around your body. Allow yourself to be in awe of it. Allow yourself to recognize its beauty. Overall, as a species, we haven't been giving it that much attention. And if we're not giving it attention, then why should it pay attention to us? And when we make a concerted, conscious effort to start becoming aware of it, to start paying attention to attention itself, it pays us back in the form of allowing us to remember why we incarnated, what the purpose of our existence is, how to do things that most only dream about because they just don't remember that they're capable of it. Feel your pulse in the middle of your hands if you can. Now feel it in the middle of your feet, the same time as your hands. And now feel or imagine what it would feel like to have your entire body flowing, pulsating with this miraculous signature, an energetic signature of life that is unified and connected to everybody and everything everywhere, but still is its own unique expression of it. That's what we all are, individually and collectively together. Really allow yourself to feel what it would be like to be in the consciousness of your own energy field, feeling it pulsing through every single part of your body, all at the same time. And you feel this and you're aware of it without any effort. It's just what is. It's the flow of life. And you're just going with it. And when the flow of life knows that you're on board, you're willing to trust it to take you to new experiences and expressions of what is possible for you, then it will bring you deeper into the recognition and remembrance of what you have always known as there. This feeling and this work you did is the circulatory system. It is your willing intention to focus on it, and as a result, the divine aspect of you that you always have been and always will be will amplify and empower this system and every system of your body in a way that allows you to begin to master what it's like to be in a state of harmony with yourself, with the energy field of this world. Even though humans have built grids and cities and streets and all of these things all over this planet. Underneath it is a living being with complex ecosystems, with microbiomes and bacteria and systems of nature that expand all through it. So underneath us is a greater expression of life's potential. And all around us is the same. And this work that we're doing will bring you into harmony with all of that, so that all of what men have built, the chaos and dysfunction and all of the things that we perceive as totally disharmonious with a living bioorganism of life in its infinite multitude of expressions. All of those things that humans have created, that we have created, they don't have as much power over us as we give them. And so by making an effort to shift our attention to what is really happening, as opposed to what we think is happening within the realms of humankind, then nobody and nothing can hold us to anything. We are born free, and our ability to stay free is the result of our efforts to become so much more conscious than most have inspired us to be. As you're breathing, as you're relaxing, give yourself a little gentle, energetic pat on the back. It can be difficult sometimes to do this work because it seems like it takes so much focus at first. But I can promise you, if you keep doing it, focus but gently, it's not only going to become easier over time, it's going to become so much more empowered with all of these energies and frequencies we've been referencing throughout this meditation. And smile. Smile as big as you have yet today, right now. Consciously let that feeling of you smiling circulate through every system of your body. Feel it in your head, your neck, throughout your core, your back, your chest, your abdomen, your arms, hands, pelvic floor, your legs, your feet, and then either imagine or feel what your energy field is like now that you have come to this place with all of us. Make a little mental note if you acknowledge that you feel better, that you feel that to some degree you have chosen to empower yourself and connect with the deeper essence that gives you the ability to become empowered. And energetically acknowledge each other so gently now, effortlessly. Know that you are intentionally choosing to come together with a group of people who all want the best outcome for themselves, their loved ones, the whole of our species, and the way in which we coexist with all of these other life forms in and around us. If your eyes are closed and you feel like opening them, please go ahead. We're going to come back, but we're also not going to leave. We're going to stay in a state of full body, heart and brain, whole body, whole soul, coherence, and we're going to let that integrate into our own unique human awareness. I don't know about you guys, but I am so grateful to be alive. And the most intense challenges that I've experienced in my life, I was fortunate and lucky enough to have the kind of attitude that didn't resist it. I did it first. But when I felt that my resistance was only making it more difficult for my body and me, that rational thought in harmony with the heart and the gut, the instinct, and the synchronized, harmonious movements of every other organ in our body working together. I always jokingly say that my organs are my best friends, but I'm not joking. They really are.